So I got bored and gave up after issue 2. I blame you for this!
I did not recommend you such thing, Megatron. I told you not to
Shogun
read
Warriors is an awful comic, and you
it. I
should be
told you
ashamed.
not to read it, Megatron.
I'm declaring war again!
Again? Are you
Again!
serious? Megatron, please. Let's
Too bad, Optimus! This means
No,
war!
Megatron,
Start
please.
screaming, where are you? Where
Bumblebee,
are
get your
you
ass in here! Prowl, where are you two? Why is Shockwave here?
Hello.
Why is he wearing a top hat, Megatron?
Oh, gosh. He's become atheist, Shockwave! Get out of here!
I really appreciate you didn't yell at me like that. I've only came
Megatron's gone.
Okay. Oh. What happened to Megatron?
I believe his internet cut out. That's weird. I thought he was right in front of me, but turns out no, it was the internet. That's right. You heard it from Optimus Prime himself. If your internet fails, then you cannot physically exist. Now,
Oh, hey,
Bumblebee, where
Xanik.
are you?
How's it going, Xanik?
It's alright.
I see.
I saw Megatron running for some reason.
I see. It appears
I heard
that
something
am not
about
needed
atheist Shockwave.
Well, he's standing right next to us.
I have you know that I was busy watering my spice garden. I only cried 3 hours today.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
It appears I am not needed here.
Okay. Hey,
I will be taking my leave now.
Okay. Okay. See you, Optimus. Okay. Welcome to the Comic Crypt podcast. Yeah. And today we're gonna cover Transformers comic. We are covering the last stand of the Wreckers.
Yay!
We're in the world of IDW.
Hello.
Hey, Chengus.
I am hot. It is 105 degrees where I am. So anyways, what are we guys talking about?
Last stand of the Wreckers.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
Yes, very much so. My only problem is
IDW?
well, my only problem that I had reading it was more tied to the fact that I'm reading something in the middle of IDW's universe.
This is actually pretty early on, actually, when it comes to IDW.
Well, anyway, so before we begin, though, not the last one wasn't around to talk about last episode. So this is the part where he talks about his thoughts about Shogun Warriors.
So, if I had the chance to edit a dictionary and add the picture, add a picture next to the word boring, Shogun Warriors would, the more Marvel Comics Shogun Warriors would be the prime example of that. It really is a series that has nothing going on. I was surprised because I'm like, oh, okay, it's like it's very slow to start. Maybe it'll pick things up. I'm like, no, it does not. Like, it goes from 0 to 1 in a matter of 5 pages, and never goes anywhere from there.
Everything, like all the stuff that you associate with Marvel Comics, only appears in issue 8, and it's still boring.
Yeah, it's like I was like, oh man, like I was reading up a bit, like, oh man, they over with, Surely something exciting will happen then. No. Or the most uninteresting thing.
Oh,
Hello?
Okay, yep, you're back.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's like, well, you like that. Checked further. I'm like, you had an entire crossover with the Fantastic Four. Which
Oh, yeah.
you would think, oh man, things are going to start ramping up. It doesn't. And like you
wasn't
had
that just used? Wasn't that just used to just resolve the whole storyline?
it, like that borderline impressive. You bring in the Fantastic Four and nothing interesting happens.
I'd much rather watch the
That is,
the Land Before Time movies in a row.
well, at least the first Land Before Time was good.
Yeah, I heard there's some good ones in a different way. I can actually at least remember some of them as soon as I hear the tune.
Ah.
like and like to end off, it really seems like a disservice to the robots that it includes, because all of them just seem homogenized for some reason.
Rocket punch! Rocket punch that and laser of some sort. That's what we can only do.
I can't say anything about the short-lived toy line, but like I wonder if it does speak to how lackadaisical all of it seems. If the only thing you can advertise about it is that they have all the same features, there's no diversity between any of them.
What happened to the yo-yos? Yo-yos.
I'm glad that Mazinger was not involved. Any Mazinger?
Oh.
Well, if they were going to continue, they would put in Great Mazinger.
And I bet he would only just do the rocket punch, not the rocket drill punch, or summon lightning.
There's a lot these guys can do, but they don't take advantage of it.
It really is the definition of boring.
But you know what's not boring? Last Stand of the Records.
I love Transformers Black Ops.
Yeah, so so issue 1 was sets up the scenario. You get in this prison that Autobots sent in, and they're basically a Decepticon by the name of Overlord, who is a sadistic jerk, takes over this prison and rules over it.
Sadistic jerk is one way of putting him.
Yeah.
It's funny because this is your first time experience like IDW Transformers. Besides what I've told you, as Overlord, sadistic jerk, he is. I don't really see him that way because honestly, just it's kind of.
Don't worry. There's more to him. Shh, Jenkins. It's for a joke later.
I hope it's a joke. If I think it is, then we'll wait.
Yeah, but anyway, so it begins with that just to set up the scenario, what their mission will likely be, and then we cut to 4 fresh recruits to the Wreckers by the name of Iron Fist, who does not know kung fu, Guzzle, Waterstorm, and Pyro.
Mm.
Spoilers, only one of them survived.
Technically, Guzzle survives, but
It's the only one.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Guzzle was the only one to survive because for a split second I forgot about Iron Fist. Well, we'll get to Iron Fist as
Yeah. Okay. So
Can't
they are recruited to the Records. They're joining the team, and the first person they meet is our human companion, Verity Caro.
Verity Carlo. Yep.
Verity
Yeah.
Carlo.
AKA Tomboy.
I see that as an absolute win.
Don't make me grab the hammer.
What? I see no problem with it.
Okay. Well, anyway, so they are recruited, and we get to meet the rest of the crew, which includes Springer, a Cup, Perceptor, and Twin Twist.
And
Twin
Top
Twist
Spin.
and Top Spin.
And Top Spin. Okay.
They're twins. The fact that they're twins becomes important later.
Yeah, an important plot point. Yeah, I'm sorry. So out of our recruits, Iron Fist joins the crew because he made an article about the Records.
I wrote an article about you guys. You're in. Really?
Yeah, it's determined. It's going to be a wonderful day as they go infiltrate this prison who they lost contact for a long time.
Mom, you're never gonna believe it. I'm in.
Mom, this is big news. I'm in. Did you forget?
Yeah.
Did you remember to pack your underwear? Yes, Mom. I packed my underwear.
Yeah, and
And
then
you have to bring home eggs.
and Ultra Magnus is also on board, and he's leading sort of leading the expedition. But then it's just like, yeah, I need after dropping you guys off, I need to get to Earth because Prowl told me so.
The way I see it,
I need-
like
I need to go pick it up.
so like the way I see the chain of command is like Prowl's obviously the top guy. I see the Records kind of like Dutch and his crew from Predator. So
Okay.
what was his name again from Predator?
Which one?
Hold
Because
on,
there were
hold
so
on.
many characters. You just need to describe me the character, Changus.
The guy
That's
who
all I
gives them
need.
the guy who gives them the order. Was
The guy
it
who gives
General?
the
or
like the
Colonel?
guy who goes with them, or the guy
No.
that stays behind?
The guy that says the one who gave the order.
The general.
The general. Yeah, the general. What was his name? Nick, you said you could name them.
Hold on, Chase. I'm kind of that
You okay?
right now.
Oh,
Just some stuff. Just throat stuff. It should be healing soon. Just got to deal with it for
Alright.
like a one more night or two.
oh, okay.
Okay.
General
So
Homer
anyway,
Phillips.
Yeah, that's so. Ultra Magnus is like that, and then Springer and those guys are Dutch and the crew.
yeah. So I have actually because I used of course the wiki a bit. I have the wiki up. There is some interesting production notes.
Hmm.
So I am not going to talk about. There is some spoilers later on, but at this point, so in the original pitch, the story was gonna. There was a scene where Springer, Cup, and Perceptor would be taking a trip to Earth to pick up underwear, White Castle burgers, and DVDs for Verity, who would be introduced as a mechanoid, and then she takes off the armor. And then Ratchet procures them with his apparent holomatter avatar, whatever. And Altered Madness is dealing with an escapee, and so that's why Verity is reading the records. And then we just see a bit of Springer taking a deep breath before putting on his quote-unquote game face to meet the other records.
Yeah, because this is Black Ops shit.
And some of you are probably going to die, but that's a sacrifice we're probably going to have to make.
And by the way, thank you, Nick, for the avatar.
Yep.
I just saw it.
Yep. And so this story ends. This chapter ends with. We lost. We'll be back. With a return of Impactor.
Impactor. What's his deal? Oh, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. All right. So yeah, Impactor's here now, and there's no tension between him and Springer whatsoever. Nope, everything's fine. It's all good. Everything's gonna go well. It's just a quick adventure, in and out, 20 minutes. So yeah, there's that. That's fun, right? What was going on back on that prison though?
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Hold
on.
You're good? Oh, he muted himself. Well, shit. While Ninjano's muted. Shit. What do we do to pass the time? I don't know. You are my fire.
Yeah. My one desire.
Number 3.
Believe when I say
Okay.
I want it that way.
Guys,
That
let
way.
me tell you something. I can't look at that scene anymore because I could always think of it for one other thing, but I'll tell you guys afterwards.
What scene?
I'll explain it. I'll explain it afterwards.
Okay.
All right, you good, Ninjano?
Yeah. It was family stuff.
Understandable.
Family stuff.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Impactor's here with Springer. There's no tension between them whatsoever. Everything is good. It's just gonna be a quick adventure to this prison. In and out, 20 minutes.
Issue 2. Issue 2 begins. Issue 2 is we see what's life in the prison, and we also in this issue, Cup tells the backstory about how he and his team encounter Overlord.
Oh,
and it went poorly.
Hell, Megatron, I chose option 2.
Yeah.
By the way, I cannot hear Perfect Cell, like abridged Perfect Cell, when Overlord speaks.
That's how you imagine Overlord Perfect Cell from a DBC abridged.
I'll show you. There's a reason why. There's a reason why, and I'll let you know later.
So do me a favor, Prowl, and wait for Optimus to get here.
Yeah. So
Nice.
they talk about so our records, other than talking about Overlord and Overlord's background, talking about where Megatron is like, "I'm relieving your command. You better listen."
No.
Yeah, and then Perceptor is repairing Impactor, mentions an explosive deterrence chip.
Man, on second thought, maybe this isn't so much a good idea to be part of the Black Ops team. If we got explosives in our head, I don't know. What are we?
This sounds very familiar.
What are we? Some kind of wreckers?
No, Suicide Squad. But and then Impactor explains how he was freed by Snare.
Snare. Who's Snare? You don't really need to know because he doesn't last long.
Yeah, he's just some Decepticon who find out that Overlord. Everyone hates him.
Well, yeah, no one likes Overlord.
But everyone's just scared of him, so they divulge in his sadistic desires.
Overlord's he's real powerful. He's got okay. There's some Transformers lore in the IDW universe. He's got a special kind of spark called a 0.1 percenter, which basically means you're born really strong. So yeah, good luck fighting him at least. So yeah, that's Overlord. Yeah, no one don't mess with him. Oh.
And then the issue ends. Not as the Autobot, as the Wreckers launch into drop pods, gonna break through the barrier, land straight into the prisons after they realize what's going on. And but they had an unexpected companion.
Dun dun dun.
It can't be a Transformer story without a human managing to smuggle their way into a Transformer.
Yeah. Also, drop pods dropping into a battle zone. I guess we're also now Spartan 2s. Or Spartan 3s. I don't know the Spartan programs anymore. I don't know. I don't know what the Halo lore is anymore. The Wreckers just sing the Halo song in the bathroom. But yeah, so everything's going nice and dandy. They made it to the prison.
Unfortunately, they got split, and one team landed right in front of Overlord.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen to them, right?
So in the original pitch of Roche,
Mm-hmm.
who, by the way, he picked Overlord because he remembered having his toy as a kid, and then he and his partner thought, "Oh yeah, no one is gonna pick him for any other story, so he's free."
It's literally their mentality was really no one's doing anything with this character. That means we could do whatever we want with him. All right, here's Overlord. He's got problems, to say the least.
Yeah. So in the original pitch, actually, the issue would be more focused on their first fight, the Wreckers' first fight with Overlord, with Rotostorm doing a mid-air strafen brawl.
Mm-hmm.
And also in this one, Decepticons would spark implanted themselves into Autobot bodies, pretending to be guards that need a rescue.
But that doesn't last long. Also,
yeah, and
we should also probably mention a bit about Overlord, since we're on issue 3, specifically when we begin with this little conversation with Shockwave. Oh yeah, Shockwave's here. Take a drink, everyone. Shockwave's here.
Oh, wait, Shockwave? Come on, that's not. Come on, we all know.
No need to worry, Starscream. Two-eyed Shockwave isn't real. He can't hurt you.
Are you sure about that?
Oh my god!
That's one of my favorite clips. But yeah, issue. Well, we should also mention at the beginning of issue 3. Turns out Shockwave's in prison. Why? Some stuff that happened before with the Dinobots and stuff, but they don't mention that. But yeah, Shockwave's in prison. But since Overlord took over the prison, he's like, "Oh, okay, Shockwave, I'm gonna repair you now. What's in it for me?"
What I did with those dinosaurs were consensual.
So Overlord's like, all right, Shockwave, I'm not just fixing you for no reason. And what do you want then? You're gonna help me get rid of my blind spot, quote unquote blind spot. So, because the thing about IDW Megatron is he's not your cartoon 80s Megatron. It's like a bumbling idiot. This Megatron is he's not someone to be messed with. Not because he's really strong and evil, but he's pretty smart. He knows that someone as powerful as Overlord under his command, this is not something that you could just simply go, "Oh yeah, I have complete trust in you, Overlord. Hey, by the way, you're gonna join my specials team, right?" I choose option 2. Shit. I didn't think that through. No, this Megatron knew about that. And he also knows Overlord's not someone, you could just have running around in your little squad without precautions. So Megatron and all the people like he works with have something called a blind spot. It's like a virus that essentially basically if they ever fight Megatron, he could easily take advantage of it, and then Overlord can't beat him in a fight, at least not fairly. So he's like, "Shockwave, I'm repairing it so you can remove it for me. What's in it for me? I won't tell anyone about what you did with the dinosaurs. Deal."
Oh, I want people to know. You have to try better, bitch.
So,
All right, it's
Oh no, go ahead.
yeah, and so other changes. Verity with Perceptor teams come across apparently a trussed up necromantic form of Abraham Dante being kept alive, and Verity prepares to murder him because of a guy named Hunter O'Neon's death.
Ooh, Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's a whole can of worms right there.
Okay, we'll keep that can of worms away.
Let's just say Sunstreaker has Sunstreaker. Yeah, that's right. Sideswipe's twin Sunstreaker. Yeah, he doesn't have a really clean record either.
Ooh,
Yeah.
war crimes.
Benedict Arnold, in a way, essentially.
If we read All Hail Megatron,
No,
then you'll know about Sunstreaker. Ooh.
Okay. All right. So issue 3.
Issue 3. So we talked about Overlord and his whole Shockwave conversation, and I won't tell anyone about the dinosaurs. No deal unless you do tell them. I want everyone to know. You'll make me sick.
I thought I had problems. All right. All right. How about I give you more dinosaurs? How about I find out a way to get you more dinosaurs? You son of a bitch, I'm in.
So
Yeah.
So, yeah,
But
that's
anyway, also we learned a key thing about his motivation. He's just doing all this stuff to draw out Megatron. He's doing a whole "notice me."
No.
So yeah, that's kind of one thing why I can't take Overlord too seriously, because everything Overlord does, he don't get me wrong, he's a threatening villain and all that. Don't mess with him. You should take him seriously. But
And he's willing to do horrible things.
all of this, all his motivation is so. Notice me, Megatron. you
Just
hear
to
something?
have one fight.
No,
I just want to. I
I
just want
just
to
want
fight
to
you
fight
again.
Megatron fairly. It's not so much to ask.
Yes. That's Overlord's whole shtick. That's literally his entire shtick throughout the entire rest of the IDW Transformers run. Everything is so that way. Megatron, notice me. Did you hear something?
Yeah,
That's-
pretty much. And so, but we get to see, and so we cut. So, there's a lot of stuff going on. So we have like two teams going on. So we have, Springer's team with Impactor, and
Nothing
they're
bad
like
can
going
go
through.
wrong. So,
Or my favorite line in the comic, which was in issue 2.
mhm.
Springer saying, "What could possibly go right?"
Yeah, that's a major thing about this whole run, and nothing can. Last Night on Records literally can sum up as, and nothing can go wrong. Everything starts burning down. Oh shit! It all went wrong.
Yeah,
Really, the story of not the whole story of the team, this specific story, but the story of the team in general is just, and then he died too.
yeah. Well, kind of. Yeah, it's like a Suicide Squad story. I kind of view it as. It's like,
It's Black Ops.
yeah, it's
Get
a Black
dirty.
Ops story. It's like, so you
I would
have like a
compare-
setup where you have a team that's set up on going into one mission, and that is highly dangerous. A bunch of them gets killed off, but then there's also a
Hello?
secondary objective, and that's a
Hello?
twist.
Wait,
what?
hold on. Now I was saying something.
Oh, sorry,
hear that?
I didn't see my icon. Oh, yeah, hello?
I don't-
Yeah, you were saying something.
I didn't see my icon flashing, so I thought
Oh.
thought everything I was saying was falling on deaf ears.
Oh,
Uh,
no.
Can-
No, I can hear you.
I would actually compare it more to the losers.
Okay.
I haven't seen the losers. Like, I've seen like this has like a very like what type of story structure this is.
But I haven't seen the losers either. I was just going by the comic books.
Okay,
Okay.
but
It's
yeah,
just-
like
it's the idea of just a do or die squadron
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of a war. Yeah, I guess in IDW's case, in between wars, if what I'm hearing is correct.
Yes. Ish. It's a little confusing.
yeah, but so essentially you have Springer's team, which has Impactor. Impactor is committing some war crimes for revenge.
Uh-huh.
I love it how in like issue 2 when they talked about the mission briefing and they say the secondary objective is and Impactor goes kill Overlord and they say no something about Exatius.
Exatius? Wait. Hold on,
No, no, Quedas.
Hold on, I got the comic pulled up in front of me. What page are you on?
No, acquit us.
The supercomputer.
Oh, the supercomputer. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. And anyway, so you have them going. You have them going their way while, meanwhile, you get the other team facing Overlord. And Overlord's first thing, boom.
was like oh, so it's like Rotorstorm was like oh yeah, well how about this, wreckers combine. Is this a joke? I don't know, I thought it was funny. Oh, that is kind of funny. As he likes it, yeah, you like it, yeah. You know what else I find funny? What? Shoots him.
In the head.
Well, I don't know what. Well, I can understand why none of you find that hilarious, but I find that hysterical.
So yeah, they got to deal with. So that's what they're dealing with. That's Overlord. So yeah. Meanwhile, Springer's team, yeah, everyone's just going nuts with all their guns and stuff. It's like just shoot everyone, just shoot everyone.
Yeah, and it's not going so well. They, whew.
No, nothing is going well at all. I mean, come on, you said it yourself, and Springer said himself, what could go right? So yeah, that's happening while Perceptor has to get his team in control. Like all right, we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta stop Overlord. How? I don't know. Do anything.
Yeah, they just like start running. They basically ran away.
Yeah.
They did a tactical retreat, you may say.
A tactical retreat. That's all.
Yeah, and then like Topspin was getting hurt, and then you have Twin Twist getting the rest of the team in trouble, and then we find out we find the body of the Transformers kickoff, and we find out.
Yeah. That's how.
I call it the Overlord games.
Yeah.
I call it the Overlord games. Also, meanwhile, everyone's
You can
getting
stand with it. If you could withstand 12 rounds against an enemy, you get to make a choice. You can either fight me or you could die.
By your own hand. And yeah, we see the aftermath of Kickoff fighting Overlord.
Yeah, wasn't pretty. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of not pretty, wait till they find the warden.
Yeah, because they will find not this group, because as soon as they find them, stasis field, they all get deactivated.
But yeah, so Perceptor's gang, they find Overlord and you okay there, buddy? Yeah, you ain't doing so well.
Wait. It wasn't Overlord. It's no. They find Overlord they find their Fortress Maximus in the next issue. And in this one,
issue 3.
not what I see in the article right now. So what
I have the comic in front of me. The Perceptor finds Fortress Maximus, and he's not looking too pretty.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's just say.
By the way, issue 3 is kind of dense.
Oh, there's a lot going on in issue 3.
because also you got the subplot about Iron Fist.
Yeah, we'll get to Iron Fist.
Having a panic attack, seeing his.
We'll get to Iron Fist. So yeah, basically, issue 3 summed up in a nutshell is, wow, everyone's dying.
Oh yeah, and Guzzle apparently mentions an incident that involved Cup.
Ooh, Cup. Oh man, Cup. Yeah, Cup in IDW. He didn't have a good time either.
Apparently, a lot of Transformers didn't have a good time.
Oh, yeah, the general like IDW Transformers. No one has a good time. There's a lot that goes on, like Cup. Like when you see Cup in this, that's not even his original body.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, Cup had a rough time.
But also, so issue 3, Standard A is my favorite. Guns.
You like the guns? We go guns and blazing.
Yeah, but so you have like all that stuff going on,
Mm-hmm.
and the issue ends with Twin Twist seeing through Topspin's eyes. The Decepticon stalker strapping all the other Springer's team onto tables.
Ooh, yeah.
Having fun facial surgery.
Yeah, you okay there, buddy? I don't think he's. Yeah, he's doing great. Don't worry, guys. Come on, let's keep going.
So here are some production notes. Apparently, this was narrated by Snare, presented as the information he's given Impactor to earlier. Overlord searches a pile of corpses and find a crown-looking ruined cannon, which was meant to set up Grimlock.
Grimlock never appeared, though.
Yeah, and Stalker kills Snare instead of handing him to Overlord because being a comms officer was boring, apparently. Not as boring as Shogun Warriors.
Aww.
And
yeah.
Iron Fist had a moment of gun wielding, and then Rotostorm was supposed to die more heroically than unceremoniously.
That's kind of a thing about Last Stand of Wreckers. No one dies pretty. Yeah, everyone has problems.
So we get to issue 4, where we learn a bunch of things. So first, it begins with before the mission, where Iron Fist is in his lab having a decent day until he gets a phone call.
Hey, it's Prowl.
It's your Prowl. Everyone loves Prowl.
Oh, it's Prowl from IDW. Oh, my favorite.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh, but yeah. So yeah. This is the part where Prowl tells Iron Fist, "You're in." I am. Yeah. I only wrote an article about them, though. That's good enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you in. I offer you an opportunity to become a wrecker. Join. You dreamed of becoming a wrecker, right?
Oh,
I didn't say this.
oh,
I didn't say this was my favorite cover.
Oops. well, I did too. I already did show your other one. So
No, you did. You showed my first one. You didn't show my second one. Yeah.
what was this?
This was my. This was.
I
My
already
second
did the.
This was my second. favorite
Oh,
cover.
oh.
Yeah,
It's
if you go up in the
oops.
yeah, this was my second favorite cover.
I was in it. I'm an idiot.
Oh, it's all right.
Cover B issue 1 is my favorite of the B covers.
Yeah, people would
Yeah.
saw that. Anyway, so so in the present,
Fast forward.
basically they're looking. They decide to open a cell door. This think Grimlock is there.
Because if Grimlock's here, he can help us, right? Grimlock's not here.
Nope. Instead, Snare showed up.
Like, wait, don't shoot, please, I can help you. Uh-huh.
Listen. If I finish the sentence, you can't shoot me. Dang it.
Shit, he's got a point.
And then a few floors away, we get our Preceptor scene, which consists of Preceptor, Pyro, Topspin, Iron Fist, and the Human Woman,
Verity.
Verity, Carlo. And when they
there we
meet,
get the supercomputer.
yeah, and
Also, while they're at the supercomputer, Topspin's not doing so good. You okay, Topspin? You okay, Topspin? I'm having a fucking migraine. Oh,
yeah, and
I'll be fine, don't worry.
also Perceptor explains what that supercomputer even is.
So here we get to the meat of the story. Or at least the meat of the mission. This is what, like, everything that they were doing was building up to this.
Yeah, like we
fucking
had,
computer.
we didn't talk about it a bit. Like Impactor and Springer had this little subplot going on where they were basically arguing about an incident that happened.
Squadron X. Yeah, that's
Okay, this one is where we get the both versions.
Yeah, I can talk a bit about Squadron X, but real quick though, I guess I should also mention then the whole point about the computer, why everything has been all about this damn computer. So here's the thing. So this supercomputer is not just any supercomputer. This supercomputer's technically a judge. Basically, this supercomputer will literally calculate how guilty a Decepticon is, and then give a proper sentence based on that. At least that's what it's supposed to do, right? Let's just say the supercomputer has a record of a lot of interesting things, very interesting things, with what happened behind those doors, and what goes on in those little courtrooms with that supercomputer. Morally gray shit went on there. Basically,
It basically exposed all the war crimes a person did.
Exactly.
So basically, don't put any Gundam protagonist in there.
So basically, the whole thing is their whole mission is to pretty much erase like all the data on that supercomputer, or at least like make a copy of it before erasing the whole thing. Then bring the copy to Prowl, where he'll do God knows what with it. That's the mission. everything was about this computer, because if the Decepticons get their hands on this computer, they're at least the reason they gave was they'll basically use it as propaganda
Yeah.
against the Autobots.
And after All Hail this takes place after All Hail Megatron, which I'm assuming is where Megatron was like the Decepticons were at their height.
Do you remember watching Transformers: Dark of the Moon?
No.
Well, All Hail Megatron's pretty much that. Decepticons technically win-ish, and they take over Earth. That's the whole point of All Hail Megatron. So basically, after All Hail Megatron and the Autobots inevitably, came back and kicked their asses, Decepticons are now at a very low point. So since this takes place after All Hail Megatron, basically, if they get their hands on the supercomputer, they can use it as propaganda, and basically Decepticons will be, they'll have their morale bolstered and stuff, and they'll be back on their feet like in no time, and the war will continue on.
Yeah.
Don't you love morally gray stuff in Transformers?
Yeah. So anyway, before we get into what happens is that we learn Iron Fist in his story. He tells his story of the event that led to Impactor's last mission, where essentially Springer allowed himself to get shot through the chest to take out a member of Squadron X, and then Squadron X tried to escape custody, and Impactor led the charge to finally defeat them.
Pretty much, and then yeah, that's the story they were told. At least that's the story Iron Fist knows. Ooh.
Yeah.
We'll get to the real story. Again, there's no tension between Springer and Impactor. No, they're perfect.
Yeah.
Friends. This is just a quick adventure, in and out, 20 minutes tops.
It's been by a couple of hours, but it's so interesting. Where I like how it was building up to that moment, giving you one version of the story, and then you get back to it, and it does a drastically different art style.
Well, they have multiple artists on this, so
it was definitely put into good effect on this part of the story. And then we learned a bit about Iron Fist, how he killed his first Decepticon, he met Optimus Prime briefly, and finding out he was a weapons dealer.
Also, Iron Fist made Optimus Prime's gun, his classic gun, but then when he met Optimus mistook him for someone else, which it wasn't out of any bad intentions. It was just he's met so many people at this point, he mistakes them for one another. Just like, oh, I'm Iron Fist. Who? Well, so it's understandable. Oh, what happened with Optimus? Optimus is in a nutshell.
Yeah. That's a Lord of the Dunces topic.
IDW Transformers really can be summed up as what about this character? He's a nutshell. What about this thing? That's a nutshell. There's a lot of nutshells. Oh yeah, there's a
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Okay, so and then basically throughout all of this, Twin Twist is being tortured. So Tospin is, and conveniently, Aquitas needs a spark. Needs someone to
activate it.
And so Tospin just decided, yeah,
I'll do it.
He's
It's. I'm sure my brother Twin Twist will agree. Mutual suicide. Meanwhile, Twin Twist, he's already being tortured. No, no, no.
By the way, this was also Iron Fist was willing to sacrifice himself, but Topspin did it.
Yeah, Topspin did it so that way he could put his brother out of misery.
And
The
then
last-
so
last
Iron
word.
Fist decided to become the data, decided to become the hard drive.
Topspin and Twin Twist last words. Wreck and. So yeah, they got access to the computer now, and Iron Fist is the hard drive, the USB port. They're gonna copy it all down. Also, Springer and Impactor, they were about to get their turn being tortured, but then luckily, Cup, Guzzle, and Snare saved them just in time. Snare doesn't make it though.
In fact, he
Oh, well.
even asked Impactor to.
But yeah, they deal with they, oh yeah. By the way, kickoff. I mean not kick. Oh, what's his name? Oh my god. There's a lot of Transformers here. I gotta remember my names.
Impactor, Guzzle,
Stalker.
Stalker. Yeah.
There's a lot of names in this comic, so it took me a while to remember. So Stalker, he goes out not a pretty way either. Again, no one really goes out in a pretty way. Like Stalker just straight up stabbed through the face. Optimus would be proud. Give me your face. So yeah, so there was all that. You also get to learn a bit about Snare. Is it Empire's like oh, you sacrificed yourself for us. Why'd you do that? I was given a choice by Overlord. Oh, I had to either fight Overlord or die. I guess this is me dying. Oh, okay, good enough.
Yeah.
Well, they can't mourn too much though. Oh, by the way, also Impactor commits euthanasia. He literally crushes what's left of Snare's brain. So ooh.
Yeah, and so unfortunately Overlord arrives. And
Overlord's here.
Yep, and then meanwhile, Perceptor's group had decided, hey, why don't we deactivate the deterrence chips?
We're gonna explode all the deterrence ships, and it's like, but then remember, Pyro brings up Impactor was also a prisoner, so he has the chip too. So if they blow up all the chips into Decepticons, Impactor goes too. Morally gray problems to solve. So basically, now they gotta put it to a vote real fast before Decepticons break in. Whether they kill them all with by blowing their heads off, but at the sacrifice of Impactor, or no. And that's how the issue ends.
Yeah.
Morally gray stuff.
Yep. And then we get to
Issue 5. Ooh. Issue 5. We start off with Overlord pulling a Megatron on Guzzle. Guzzle is playing the role of Jazz, and Overlord is playing the role of Megatron. You want a piece of me? You want a piece? No! I want two! Yeah, so he doesn't go out too well. He survives though, because the next big record comic, Guzzle has his own issues there. But
Yeah,
so
and
yeah,
and then Impactor destroys his right eye, and then Ferretti Carlo is like, we shouldn't detonate the deterrent ships, and
also,
then Iron Fist.
Real quick though, back to Overlord just real quick. I do kind of like how psycho he is. Just as Iron Fist Impactor stabs his eye. Just you talk too much. Just pulls the blade out.
Come over here and
say that. But yeah, so Verity is like no, we shouldn't do it. Don't blow them up. So well shit. What the hell do we do then? Well, if we can't blow them up, what are we gonna do?
Well, Iron Fist says that the Wreckers stand for something, and his Wreckers would never kill one of their own, which is a callback. Which is a callback to like issue 3, where it went through all the rules of being a wrecker.
Yeah. Ooh, that's gonna become important though.
But first they have to get to Overlord, and there's a bunch of Decepticons charging.
So Pyro, he decides, you know what? I'm gonna go out guns and blazing. I'll hold them off. You guys go on without me. And then it's like, oh, poor Pyro though. It's like, is Pyro gonna be okay? Oh, knowing Pyro, I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. He'll put up a good fight. It just cuts to a panel of all Decepticons just tearing him apart. So yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about Pyro. He went out a hero. So yeah, there's that. But then we get to know the true. So Iron Fist, now that he has all the data of the supercomputer in his head, he now knows. Oh, you know that story about Springer and Impactor? Yeah. Ooh.
Let's just say Impactor shot through Springer.
Let's just say,
without his consent.
Yeah, let's just say that shot was not consensual. Ooh.
And then Prowl basically said,
kill them all.
Well, his is more of like the bureaucratic. It was in a bureaucratic way.
It's implied that he wants Impactor to kill them all. In his oh my god, you actually summed up Prowl perfectly. Fine, he's just a fucking bureaucrat.
Yeah, exactly.
Prowl in his bureaucratic way, he implies that you gotta kill them. It's like well, technically you arrested Squadron X, but you're on neutral ground with another alien species and some bullshit legal shit. Basically, you technically gotta let them go. Technically, it's like it's not negotiable. So you gotta let them go. Let them go. Impactor just. I love Impactor's just his response after hearing after the conversation that's just gun. Impactor, wait. Nope. Sorry, Springer, not gonna work. So yeah, turns out Squadron X didn't escape, and they had to hunt them down. No, Squadron X was already defeated, and Impactor just pretty much executed them.
Like a good Bolshevik.
Uh-huh.
They,
War crimes were committed that day.
they told us this was quick and easy. They told us. They told us it would be fine. They told us in the end we get grilled cheese, man. Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. No. Impactor just committed a war crime. So
Yeah, and so after Impactor gets defeated, Springer says, "Oh yeah, his men will arrive soon with freed Autobot prisoners." And then Overlord basically said, "They're already dead. I already killed the prisoners."
there are no Autobot prisoners. There's one panel where just a head with like a piece of metal shoved in its mouth.
Yeah, this comic got away with gory details because they're robots.
They're robots. We can get away with it.
We have a couple more years before the technological singularity. We can run this through.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just imagine this was made into a TV episodes.
They can't show this on TV or maybe the movies, but TV. I mean, at least not actual television. I don't know if they did like a Netflix thing or something, maybe, but then. But
yeah,
no,
but
like
then it would be put up. Kid, it's like, oh my goodness.
But actual TV showing the stuff they do with the wreckers, ooh. Then again, though,
Yeah.
Prime got away with a lot of dark shit, so maybe we could get away with it.
I would say this is a lot better than Prime.
Transformers Prime had its moments, but but basically, like Transformers Prime, they also were able to get away with a lot of dark stuff. Like that one time you got to see Hardshell's head just explode off his body. There was that.
And so what happens is the rest of the team does arrive, and they rescue Springer from his hands, except for his face.
Give me your face. So yeah, so so Overlord, he's kicking everyone's ass, and it's like, please, did you really think you could beat me with that stupid gun? Gun? We weren't trying to shoot. Well, yeah, we were shooting you, but we weren't trying to stop you that way. What do you mean?
And then Iron Fist activates the chips.
Oh yeah, all those guns had like thousands of we just actually shot thousands of deterrence chips into your body. You can't detonate them. Iron Fist, no, I have the codes in my head. So all I need to do is this is a quote. All I need to do is give the nod and bang. So yeah, Overlord is literally exploding from the inside out. Oh, then meanwhile, Iron Fist is having a brain aneurysm at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, but I do like the panel though that shows up after they blow up Overlord. He's still alive. Overlord's still alive, but he just shows up.
I'm a flaming skeleton now. I hope you're happy with that.
It just straight up Terminator there. Just I must Terminator now. I gotta kill you. I'm going to kill every last one of you.
And then Impactor defeats him.
Well, yes, but then there's also one thing you forgot though. So this is where Overlord's yes, Impactor technically defeats him, but that's not, I wouldn't say that's, what actually, got him to stop. basically, Overlord's all angry now that, I'm a flaming skeleton! What do you think Megatron's gonna think of me? And that's when Verity goes, Megatron? Megatron's dead. Spoiler alert, he's not, but that's just IDW for you.
Wait, is All Hail Megatron the arc before he turns Autobot?
Yes. All Hail Megatron. All Hail Megatron. Again, All Hail Megatron is pretty early on. This is like phase 1. IDW is split up to like phase 1 and phase 2, and I guess there's also Revolution, but no one really gives a shit about Revolution. So phase 1 is everything before phase 2 starts at a certain comic called The Death of Optimus Prime. He doesn't die there.
Death and return of Optimus Prime.
You have a comic called The Death of Optimus Prime. He doesn't die. Oh. But everything, so all the stuff like Megatron being an Autobot and stuff is phase 2. Phase 2 is where they got really experimental with Transformers. So
is that where the more infamous elements?
Yes and no. Like there's still a lot of stuff that went on before phase 2, but like a lot of stuff that like I've told you about does get, at least important in phase 2.
So when did they decided that homosexuality is just a glitch in the asphalt?
That wasn't IDW. That was Transformers Prime. Oh God, I gotta tell the story though. So, because in Transformers Prime, there's a Decepticon named Knockout who, let's be honest, there's very, very clear undertones going on there. Actually, I don't even call it undertones.
No, he's a flaming homosexual.
Let's be honest. He's straight up just. He and Breakdown are doing it. Like, let's be honest. You can't hide that. He and Breakdown are doing. There's literally a line where Starscream just Starscream casual homophobic. It's just like Knockout. Why do you choose to be one of those?
Excuse me.
I mean, I meant not that. I meant an automobile. Why have wheels when you can fly? Well, I'm not just an automobile. I'm an automobile enthusiast.
I like how I look in steel rims.
But so basically, throughout Transformers Prime, everyone was like let's be honest, Knockout's gay, and so it was the showrunner, Jeff Klein. He made it like at like one of the conventions or stuff about Transformers. He was talking about Transformers Prime production, and someone brought up a question like, is Knockout gay? Well, we technically can't say he's gay on television, but it is implied. And someone asked, like, so how is that possible? That's what Jeff Klein gave a brilliant explanation that it was not his intention, but ooh. where Jeff Klein said that Knockout implied to be gay is a product of the Allspark having a glitch in its system. So if the Allspark is like the closest thing to like God, even though there already is God in Transformers Primus, that means Knockout being gay was technically being gay is God's mistake.
Mental illness.
He accidentally implied that being gay is meant you're God's mistake in Transformers.
You gotta love that.
I'm sure that wasn't what he wanted to imply, but that's what happened.
All right. I guess I will change my question slightly. When was it that apparently two genders is an affront to Primus?
don't know. There's hard. It's hard to pinpoint exactly.
Was someone Furman writing it?
No, a lot has to do with So so
Man,
Last Stand of
we're
Records
going
was
into
co.
we're going
so-
into Lord
I
of the
know.
Dunces territory.
Yeah,
I know
dude,
we
we
are.
gotta move on.
Yeah.
We gotta move on. But I'm just gonna say.
Uh,
I'm just gonna say real quick though. This comic is written by two guys, Nick Roche and James Roberts. James Roberts is the one you're gonna pay attention to when all the
Oh,
stuff
He's
happens.
that guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
So all the stuff that could go into Lord of the Dunces, you could probably blame James Roberts. So there's that. But anyway, so we got off track basically to sum up, long story short. Yes, Last Stand of Records takes place after All Hail Megatron, and All Hail Megatron. Megatron is he's not dead, but many Autobots think he is dead.
Go into a coma. No one wake me up.
Wake
So
me up inside. Wake me up inside.
Save me. But yeah, so now that everyone thinks Megatron's dead, basically Verity tells Overlord, yeah, Megatron's dead. What the hell are you doing all this for? Well, shit. Overlord literally just gives up at that point because he realizes everything he's doing was for nothing. Because, oh shit, Megatron's dead?
His senpai is dead.
My senpai's dead. Shit. Well, I guess I give up then. And the Impactor shoots him. Well, Impactor, he said he gives up. No, I'm gonna kill him. But then he doesn't.
For
He said
for Springer's sake.
Yeah, he's doing it for Springer's sake.
And then we get like the Decepticons fled. We see 4 coffins. We see Springer and Fortress Maximus on life support.
They're in comas. Iron Fist
Guzzle
is dead.
survived.
Oh yeah, Guzzle
survived.
lived. But Iron Fist, yeah, no, he didn't make it because he
We
literally
find out
had
the next scene.
he literally had a brain aneurysm. I wasn't joking when I said he had a brain aneurysm. But it wasn't because of the supercomputer. Turns out, so if you notice in Brain about Iron Fist, his model, his character model, he has a bullet wound in his head that was never treated. Yeah, so it turns out all this time he's had a bullet just stuck in his brain module that no one decided to take out.
No, it's not that
Yeah.
no one decided to take out. It's that taking it out would kill him.
Oh,
Yeah, so
it's basically like Tony. It's like Tony Stark. Why he needs the arc reactor?
except it was okay. So it's explained in a scene with Perceptor and Prowl, and Prowl basically explained was that Iron Fist was gonna die. He didn't have long to live. So what he decided to do was offer him a chance to join the Wreckers for this specific mission, knowing that he can either die with the Records on the Records mission, or he survives and die. Basically, gave him he gave him a make a wish.
He was actually meant to die to open the spark, like extracting open lock thing.
Iron Fist. Yeah, that Iron Fist was supposed to be the one to basically give up his spark. He wasn't. He actually was never meant to be the hard drive.
Okay.
Also, imagine that there's a device in your head, slowly, inexorably tunneling through you to your brain module. It can't be removed without killing you, so you're basically stuck waiting for it to reach, your brain module. and you have period blackouts as a result of it moving further and further through your head, with each one carrying the increasing possibility of it being your last moments alive. Iron Fist is the
Yeah.
saddest character in this series.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically the whole reason Prowl did all this is because he opposed it, and he didn't want to have the, as we talked about earlier, he didn't want to give the Decepticons access to it. And the comic basically ends with Perceptor, no,
Prowl.
Ultra Magnus told Prowl, it's like, it would have been convenient if it was corrupted. And
So Prowl, it literally just ends with a shot of. Well, there's one more a couple panels after that, but Prowl. Last thing you see in Prowl in this comic is he has like the data chip in his hand with all the data from the supercomputer. So all he's got to do is decide whether he's going to destroy it or keep it. To quote the comic, it's just a question of how much pressure is applied.
yeah, and then
By the way, this is my other favorite issue cover. This one.
yeah, I do like the last lines of the comic, because that's how we honored those we've lost by looking forward, not back.
You see, there's Verity's whole thing. She's back on Earth, typing like a little memo, just because that's how we honor those we lost, but looking for not back. You see, this is one of those stories with a moral, and the moral is simply this: life persists.
Yeah, and this was
Transformers in depression, go!
yeah. I really enjoy this comic. By the way, the reason I'm lower is because family, sleeping, so that's why I'm not as energetic now.
That's all right.
It was either that or shut this. I had to stop it. And but anyway, so I think, yeah. Final thoughts on the comic?
I like it. It's definitely one of the strong points of IDW Transformers.
Not.
Oh yes. For being more or less the first story I've read IDW's run in IDW's foray into Transformers. It's pretty cool. It's something with a lot of depth, without needing to be overtly ponderous.
What about you, Nick?
Oh, this is great.
Yeah. For me, as the first comic I fully read by myself. We did go over a bit of the IDW Transformers Holiday special.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, this was like a fun read. And I do want to read the rest of the Wrecker's story, how it ends. And it definitely felt like, oh yeah, it's a very mature take on Transformers.
Yeah, it's like don't get me wrong, Last Stand of Records is pretty good. Sins of the Wreckers. I think I probably need to read Sins of the Wreckers again just to get a solid opinion of it. I remember liking it, not as much as Last Stand, and then after that, there's only one thing to end the Wrecker story. There's one annual issue called Requiem of the Wreckers. I haven't read that, but what I heard is time travel's involved. Yay! I love time travel and how confusing it can be. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah. So yeah, and so next time, what we're gonna cover, we're gonna start. Finally, gonna start doing another long read through an entire run.
Yeah.
And we're gonna cover The Legend of the Bionicle.
Bum,
Move along.
dun 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 da 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 dun dun da 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 da.
You bitches ain't ready.
So I'll end the night with this. Have a good night, everyone.
This guy's not fooling anybody.